Today I'm going to show you how I made this awesome saw blade shop clock on the STEPCRAFT M1000 CNC using a drag knife. Let me show you how I made it. With the STEPCRAFT M1000 CNC machine, I have a vacuum table attached to it. Essentially, the vacuum table is able to suck air through the MDF that's been surfaced on both sides. Using a Fein Turbo 1 vacuum, we're able to pull a vacuum through that MDF. The Fein Turbo 1 vacuum is a perfect vacuum for a vacuum table of this size. You can see it sucking down the MDF, and it's pulling essentially air through the pores in the MDF after it's been surfaced. So we can even stick down a little piece of paper, and that'll pull off until you grab a corner and pull it all off. Once we turn that vacuum on, you can see that vinyl get sucked down flat. And while you don't need a vacuum table to work with vinyl on the CNC with a drag knife, it certainly helps. If you love this type of content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and go ahead and hit that bell so that you'll be notified on all of the new videos when they're released. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at ToolsToday. So now we're going to set up the STEPCRAFT Dragknife. So we're going to set the knife depth here, and you can do that with the dial on the top of it. So you can see that we cut through the vinyl and the backing, and that's not what we want. We want to be able to cut through just the vinyl and leave the backing. We'll get that inserted into the STEPCRAFT M1000 CNC, available on our website, and get the vinyl all cut out for the clock face. While this is going through, it is just cutting through the vinyl. It's not cutting through that backing, which will allow us to transfer everything off later. We'll pull off all of the waste material here, and we'll review what the clock face will look like. So the backing is left, and we're just left with the numbers. Using a hook weeding tool, we'll get all of the insides of the numbers all pulled off. Using some transfer tape, being careful to line up the lines, I'm able to get everything put on, and we're going to install that on the clock face. So with the saw blade, I want to make sure that I align it with the logo here. So I squared that up with my table and then taped it down to make sure that it didn't move. I pulled off half of the transfer tape backing to make sure that I could work with it on each side so that we eliminated any sort of bubbles. Then we just got all the transfer tape pulled off. You can see we're left with a beautiful clock face. I definitely really like the way that this looks, and it definitely looks amazing on that saw blade. I love the sound of the saw blade makes coming up too. That's always really cool. So I cut a keyhole slot into a piece of wood on the back so that we could mount it to the wall, and then we'll just install the clock movement from the other side. Once that's installed, I added the clock hands to kind of finish off the clock. We got everything hung up, and I absolutely love the way that this clock turned out. It looks really nice sitting on the wall, and it's definitely a great shop clock. All the details turned out really nice, and it's definitely cool to be able to work with vinyl like this on the CNC machine. So definitely check out all of those tools available on our website. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We will catch you guys back out here on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you love this type of content, be sure to subscribe right over here. And for more great videos, click right over here.